Hello, today we're going to check the inside air filter on a Hyundai Sonata 2011 2.0T version, the turbo version. It's a YF model, so I think that goes across all the Hyundai Sonatas for that year, 2011. So it's not limited to that model. And the inside air filter keeps dirt from outside from flowing inside your car and mucking it up and giving you allergy, stops a certain amount of allergens from coming in as well. Nice to see whether it's clean or not, because once it gets dirty, a dirty filter is a plugged filter, and you won't get as much airflow from the outside through that filter at that point. Not only that, a clogged filter will also allow some of the particulate matter to flow through it eventually. The in-cabin air filter is behind the glove box on the Hyundai Sonata 2011. So empty out your glove box, and you'll see that there's two locks for the glove box, one on that side and one on that side. But there's one more thing. There's a piston for it. As you can see, the door opens slowly. Okay, the reason for that is this piston right over here. Let's see if you can see it right there, shining the light on it. Now it has to come off first. So what we need to do is basically slide it this way off of that there. Okay, so remove the piston from the glove box, then counterclockwise turn the locks counterclockwise to come right off. One and two. There's the other one. Now the glove box falls down and out of the way. Okay? So you can see right there. Now, the cabin air filter is right here, behind this door. Okay? And this door is latched. Sorry, it's latched over here on the right, and there's a slot that it goes into on that side. So what we do is you squeeze this latch together here and pull it forward like that. So squeeze, pull it forward towards you, and then slide the cover off. You can now see the air filter, which is right there. Okay, so take the air filter out, just slide it out. It slides out. Pull it out, and there you go. Okay, so my air filter looks, it looks a little dirty, but it doesn't look bad enough that it needs to be replaced at this point. Put it in the light, see it better. There's a little bit of dust in there, and a little bit of a few little small bug carcasses. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna blow that out with compressed air. You can use a vacuum too. As you can see, it's very flexible, so you can get into the nooks and crannies pretty easily with a vacuum cleaner. I'm gonna use compressed air. So I'm gonna clean that filter out and put it back in for you so you can see that. All right, there's the cleaned out air filter. It looks pretty good, I don't see any need to replace it yet, not even anywhere near close to dirty. I noticed on the edge of it that it has an arrow down, so there is a specific way of putting it in, and it was in the right way. So basically, make sure that you put it in with the arrow facing down. Another clue is that the pleats are open on the bottom side, okay? So, as you can see, we go to the arrow down, and you'll see the pleats are open on the bottom side. So that's a pretty clean filter. I'm going to post a link to Amazon where you can get this filter from them. But let's put it back in. So, it goes back into its little slot. Sorry, it's hard to do with just one hand. Trying to keep it as unshaky as possible. There we go. And push on the edges. The center it'll just basically collapse on you. Okay, so there it is. Pushed all the way in. Next, the door has to go back on. I'll show you something about the door. it actually has a seal all the way around. Well, it has a divot all the way around where it fits into the blower housing, filter housing, whatever you want to call it. Also on the end, you'll see that there's a little tab. Okay, that tab goes behind the hook on the back, which is right there. Let's see if I can get my flashlight on it for you. There's the right there where it goes. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get that, show you that while I'm doing it. So it's hard to hold the camera and do all this at one time. And as you can see, there's a little, if you look right there, a little indentation which is also on here. So you can't get it wrong really. So put it behind a tab. There we go, all the way. And then on this side where the lock is, just press it forward. Again, the lock is a squeeze lock. You just squeeze it and unlock it and pull it out. Okay, so next step, we'll put the locks back in. And as you can see, there's a shape to them and a shape to the lock hole. So there's one. And get the shape right here. As I said, this is hard to do, holding the camera. Excuse me for the shake. Okay, best to... There we go. Okay, so there's the locks put back in. When you're putting the locks back in, it's best to lift the glove compartment a little bit, and that makes it a little easier. Okay, so last but not least, we've got to put in the piston, which is right there. So grab the little hook, as you can see right here. There's the, and it just snaps on there, and you just test it. As you can see, it drops nicely. Okay, that's it. You've just checked or replaced your cabin air filter in a Hyundai Sonata 2011.